Ready? So can you file no contact?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Zambrano,
Señora Zambrano,
that
se le
you were facing
acusé de
up to
robo.
6 months in jail and or, I'm sorry, up to a year in jail and or a $5,000, $4,000 fine.
$1,000 de multa.
We're going to do
Vamos a hacer las
in silence.
Tiene que lo permanecer
Safe panel will
todo
be
lo
used
que digas,
against
lo
you.
puede usar
You have the
contra
right to have an
usted.
attorney
Tiene derecho a
present if you
tener
cannot
un abogado
afford one.
presente. Si no puede comprar uno, se le asignaría uno.
Quiet for the interpreter. On March
Dice,
19th,
el 19 de marzo de
2025,
2025,
an officer was
un oficial
dispatched to a nail salon
un
in Harris
salón
County,
de
Texas.
uñas en el condado de Harris, Texas.
The officer
El
spoke to the
oficial habló
complainant,
con el quejante,
who stated
que
that she
dijo
had
de
just
que ella
finished
había acabado
getting her nails done at the
hacer
nail
sus
salon
uñas
and accidentally left her phone in
por su
seat 3.
teléfono en la
The-
silla número 3.
The complainant
El
returned to
quejante
the nail
regresó
salon
allí
and asked if anyone would
y
help find
preguntó
her
si
phone.
le ayudarían a buscar su teléfono.
No one helped,
Nadie le
so
ayudó,
the
entonces
complainant
la
called the
quejante
police.
le llamó a la policía.
The officer
El
reviewed
oficial
video
revisó
footage.
el video
The complainant's
y el
phone
quejante, el
in a silver
teléfono
phone case
en un
was
caso
laying on the
estaba
handrest of
allí
seat
en
3.
el asiento del número 3.
The video
El
showed the
video
defendant
demostró que la
placed
demandada
2 binders
puso dos
on top of the
cosas
complainant's
arriba
phone
del teléfono de la
and
quejante
moved
y
both
movió los
binders
dos
along with the phone.
libros junto con el teléfono.
The defendant later
La
handed the
demandada
phone
le
to
dio
her
el
12-year-old
teléfono
daughter.
a la niña de 12 años.
The defendant
La
denied
demandada
having the phone.
negó haber tenido el teléfono.
The defendant's
La
daughter stated
demandada,
that
la
the
hija,
phone was
dijo que el teléfono
located
estaba
in the
localizado
trunk of the defendant's
el
vehicle
vehículo
and
en la
returned it to
cajuela
the
y se
complainant.
lo regresó a la
The
quejante.
value of the
El valor
phone
del
was
teléfono era de
$1,200.
$1,200.
Daughter today.
No, Judge.
Ms. Zambrano, I'm going
Señora
to
Zambrano,
sufficient
voy a
probable cause to go
averiguar que
forward
es
with the
suficiente
case.
razón culpatoria
I'm
para
now
seguir con
ordering
el
you
caso.
as a condition of
Ahorita
your
ordenado
bond
con
not to have
condición de
any
su
contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to go back to this location. And I tell you now, I usually order no contact with any other parties to this case, which would include your 12-year-old daughter.
hija de 12 años.
I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons as well.
Para armas de juego igualmente.
What's the nail place called?
El lugar de uno se nombraba
Sorry, Judge. It's not stated in the office report, but I'm looking it up right now. Campbell.
That's your case, it's less than that.
Nails for you.
Nails for you.
You're not to go back to nails. You are not to go back to nails for you. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in custody until this case is over with.
Se acaba el
And then they
caso.
ship you off to immigration. Do you understand?
Él lo entiende.
If I find that you pick up any new cases, you violate any of these conditions, I will revoke your bond and
Lo
put
voy
you
a
in jail.
encarcelarla.
So much.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am?
Por su propio abogado, señora. Sí. Yes.
You're going to reset, to
Le vamos a
give
dar
you time to
una
hire a
fecha para
lawyer.
ocupar un
So
abogado.
have you sign a reset in Victoria? After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be
Estoy
free
de
to
acuerdo
go.
para que
Do
le
not pick up any new cases. Do not endanger my community, otherwise it will not go well for
si
you.
no le va a ir muy bien.
Please.
To include obtain a valid driver's license and obtain a GED.
Come on, Mr. Spears. Good job testing negative. That's great. Wonderful. I'm happy to acquiesce. That's great. Really. So look, I'm not asking much, man. All we want you to do is things the right way. And when you do, good things happen. Just get your license, get your insurance, and then your high school diploma. That's it. And I'll make it, does he have anything else to do on the probation?
I don't think.
I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal. The minute you get your high school diploma and you got that gun class done, I'll cut you loose. You're done. You're off paper. Literally done with everything. Get the high school diploma, do that gun class, you're off. I'll take you off early. The minute you get all that stuff done. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Good job. Just do things that are
When he gets the driver's license, insurance, all the specific days, and then
See that? I mean, you're holding everything in your own hand. You're holding the dismissals and everything. The quicker you do it, the quicker you're out of here. All right?
Sir.
Okay?
All right, thank you.
Done.
Rob.
So, I don't know, you want to reset it like 30 days or so? You tell me.
There's enough time.
It's gonna, I don't know how long it'll take, you
A
know?
little bit longer. Can we make it a little bit longer, but if he gets it before, then all to
But,
best.
I mean, you're obviously too old to get back into high school, so you're just gonna have to do the GED, equivalency. Just test it, see what you can do, and if you can pass it and they give it to you, money, you know?
Would 60 days be okay with the court?
Sure.
Okay. All right, thank you, Judge.
Can you hear me, Judge?
I got you.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, I was appearing for Mr.
yes.
Let me see here. The gentleman we sent to go get the evaluation. Mr. Adrian Flores. We sent him to do the TRAS. Can you hear me, Judge?
Yeah,
And then I think during the TRAS, Judge, yesterday, the day before, he started hearing voices. There was some problem and couldn't complete the TRAS.
what was the last name again?
Flores. I've got the number. Well,
Oh,
think it's my-
he's not on docket today though, Harold, huh?
no, he's off docket. Victoria wanted me to Zoom with you and just talk about it.
Do you have a cause number?
I have a spin number,
I'll take it.
03
Uh-huh,
01
uh-huh.
6971.
And I think I think the letter styled it as he was refusing, but I think he was having a problem. I mean, I wasn't there, but just the way she described it, that's kind of what.
It sounds like he was in a psychosis, like he was having hallucinations and preoccupied, just unable to engage.
Have they not evaluated him for any kind of medication?
We can't give him medication. His competency evaluation came back and he was competent, so we sent him to do the TRAS. He was,
So let's recomp him then, you know?
okay.
I guess we should have him reevaluated, Harold,
Okay.
you know? I don't know what else we can do. We can ask for a different, someone different to evaluate.
Sure.
Are you okay with that?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Because I think,
So
I
let's
mean, maybe.
let's put him on for tomorrow. That way we can get the order done. And then I can try to expedite it. So we get it done as quick as possible.
Okay. You mean for Monday, maybe? It's Friday, right? No, wait, today's Thursday. Today's Thursday. I'm sorry.
Or can you be here tomorrow? Or you want to do Monday?
Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be again here in Fort Bend County, and I've got 5 cases here in Fort Bend County in the
Okay.
morning.
You want to do Monday?
I could zoom in a little later, but I could definitely. Monday's kind of busy. If I could zoom in, Judge, that'd be fine.
Yes, of course.
tomorrow.
Well, that's why we have it, Harold.
Yeah,
Just,
sure.
make it easy. Of course you can.
That'd be great.
You want to do it tomorrow or when?
Sure, that'd be. We could do it tomorrow, but I think he's not in the holdover today.
No,
No.
they're on docket Monday. If he files the orders on Friday,
If you do the orders today, file it tomorrow, I can sign it tomorrow and we can try to expedite it. But the
Okay.
main thing is that we need the orders filed. I mean, and we don't need him, theoretically, we don't need him here for you to file the order. You can just
Okay.
file it. And
All
then
right.
sign it and we can just set the process going. We really don't even need him here to do it, you know? I just need you to file the order and then I can
Sure thing.
sign it and we'll reach out to whoever to expedite it.
All right, I'll do that.
So you want to leave it on for Monday and just you file the order tomorrow?
Sure, we can do that.
Okay, done. Just do that.
Yes, sir.
then.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you, Judge. My big
Let
excuse.
me
You
know.
have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Take
Thank
care.
you, yes, sir.
Okay, you ready? You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 18 months. Is this right? You look confused.
No, he's only expecting the probation. He knows that he's not gonna have to go to jail.
Right. So it's 180 days in jail. I probate that for 18 months. You will not go to jail as long as you, the conditions in this case. As long as you fulfill conditions and you do everything you're supposed to, you don't test positive. We all do backflips. What goes wrong is when you don't do what you're supposed to do. You pick up a new case.
Sorry, the offer was for 15 months. I think I made a clerical error and wrote 18 months instead.
Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll fix
I'm
it.
sorry.
That's not a big deal.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. Was there an accident in this case?
There was, yes, well, he was asleep next to the train track. So yes, he was off of the road and had crashed through the train track.
It was his own
Single
vehicle.
vehicle, yeah.
Okay, so there's no restitution to someone else?
Yes, sure.
That's my concern.
Yes.
Okay, because my concern is that if you do something to yourself or your vehicle, I don't care. If you do something to someone else, then I care. Right. So hopefully, lesson learned, right? Hopefully, you don't get to where some people only learn the hard way. They got to hit rock bottom. They don't get it until they go into here, right? You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 15 month. You want me to?
I'll figure it out right now, Judge.
It's a 15-month probation. You need to understand that this DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there forever. You can never take it off. And this is important because from now on, I don't care if it's a year, 2 years, 10 years, 15 years. If you get pulled over, officers will see that you're a prior DWI. If you smell like alcohol, if you smell like dope, it's probably not going to go well for you. From now on, after today, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. Do you understand, Mr. Robbins?
Yes, sir.
For you to successfully complete this program, you must first do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. It could be supportive outpatient treatment. It could be, intensive outpatient. I don't know, but we have clinicians that will interview you to determine, is this the right type of program for you? What you must do is a DWI education class, 4 victim impact panels, no drugs, no alcohol, and a guardian interlock and a random urinalysis. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So that's why I said, because you give up this right to appeal, once you accept this agreement, there's no turning around. There's no, you know what, I changed my mind. I want to do something else. This isn't Target. You can return it. You understand? The other thing I want you to understand, Mr. Roberts, is that we all make mistakes. The idea is that you learn from the mistake. And the reason I'm telling you this is that DWI is humongous business in Texas. There's a $3,000 surcharge that attaches to you when you pick up a DWI. If you have a 0.15 or above, it's a $4,500 surcharge. If you don't pay it, you do 1 day in jail for every $100 that you owe. You asked me to waive this.
Yes, Honor, there's a bit of a confusion because when I was talking to the district attorney's office, they said that they would waive the fine. So is this a different? Yes, sir, I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor, of
And
course.
the point that I'm trying to make, David, this is a first offense. We all make mistakes. But if you continue to make mistakes where you're endangering other people's lives, a second DWI, it's a $6,000 surcharge. And a 30-day minimum jail stay. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to get lit, if you want to have 52 shots of tequila, 35 joints, just don't get into a car. It's not hard. After the probation, can't do it now. Do you understand?
So,
All right, how do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. You look for his license to see whether it's suspended or not suspended, please. I'm not going to suspend your license. I don't know if your license is suspended now, though. We're going to look it up to see if it is.
It is suspended, Your Honor. It's not illegal.
Okay, so
He needs to just pay a reinstatement fee of $125 for him to.
is there an ALR suspension or no? You're not allowed to drive.
It is an ALR suspension.
When does it run, do you know?
Until June 10th, 20.
So
We anticipate filing a request for occupational driver's license.
you can't drive now. If you drive, and I don't care what you got to do, I don't care where you got to go, I don't care if there's a burning building, you have to save 50 kittens. Don't drive. If you do, you're in violation of this probation. If you drove here, you cannot drive home. Do you understand? Don't do it. So I'm happy, file it and we can talk, but don't drive until you either get an occupation or get the license back. Do you understand? So because of that, he'll get a portable device. All right. Good luck to Mr. Roberts.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Farrar.
Thank you.
Good luck. You don't take things seriously. You don't take us seriously. You had your first bond violation report the beginning of March for failing to go take a drug test. And now a new one was filed because you now picked up a new case. We are going to do probable cause on your new case. You now stand charged with the offense of criminal trespass. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you. As you see, your lawyer is here with you on Zoom now. Please.
On March 19th, 2025, an officer was dispatched to an assault in progress, unknown weapon at City Plaza condominiums in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, a security officer, stated that she saw the defendant walking around the security office, which the complainant found unusual. The complainant stated the defendant went near the exit gate and was waiting for someone to come and exit through the gate. It was waiting for someone to come and exit the gate so he can get inside the complex. Complainant stated someone exited from the gate and the defendant got into the complex. The complainant followed the defendant and told the defendant that he needs to leave the property because he was criminally trespassing at the property. The complainant stated that she told the defendant several times to leave the property, but the defendant did not listen. The complainant stated the defendant laid on the ground, the defendant stood up, the defendant started taking pictures of witnesses, and the complainant came in between witnesses' motor vehicles, so the defendant could not take pictures of license plates. The defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license.
So at that point, do the cops come up there and they just arrest him there? Does it say? Does it take off?
Also, it does not state in the DIMS at what point he was arrested. Also, something that was missing from the summary was that a witness stated she saw the defendant punch the complainant and then they had a fight.
He punches someone.
That's what the DIMS states.
Mr. Gomez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case because of your failure to comply. Repeated failure to comply with your bond conditions. I now revoke your bond. He goes with you. James, I will leave the criminal trespass bond as is. The DWI now is at $5,000. Good morning, Mr. Sims, right? Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
On March 16th, 2025 at 929 Gessler Road in Harris County, Texas, the Memorial Herman Tower NICU, the officer made contact with the complainant. The complainant stated the defendant, the father of the child, was staying overnight at the NICU with their child. The complainant stated that when she arrived, she observed their child to be in the bed with a blanket fully covering the child's face. The complainant stated that she pointed this out to the defendant, which upset him. The complainant stated that she then asked to remove the blanket from their baby's face, which the defendant refused. The complainant stated that she then moved towards the baby carriage to remove the blanket, to which the defendant stepped in her way and pushed her back. The complainant stated that she reacted by pushing him back. The complainant stated that the defendant then cocked back his arm and punched her in the face with a closed fist, striking her on her left forehead near her temple. The complainant stated that she felt pain from the punch. The complainant stated that the hospital staff overheard the commotion and escorted the defendant off the premises. The officers observed a small mark on the complainant's forehead where she stated she was struck.
Okay, Mr. Sims, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. It appears a protective order has been issued. I will get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and will probably file a violation of a protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Do you understand? Do we know whether she wants to have contact with him or not?
We have not been able to make contact.
Okay, I don't know if she wants to have contact with you, so at this point in time, I'm going to order you not to have any contact with her and not to be in possession of weapons. If you violate this, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. I will do everything in my power to protect every single person in this county. Do you understand, Mr. Sims?
Yes, John.
Now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Ms. Wright, and she will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If she tells me that you've gone AWOL, she can't get a hold of you, you're ducking and dodging phone calls, I will issue a warrant for that. Don't pick up any new cases. It will not go well if you do. For now, we'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we generate your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please. Joshua Rosas.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rosas, you're charged with harassment. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you, sir.
On March 20th, officers were dispatched to a burglary of a residence in progress located at 12719 Greenshire, Houston, Harris County, Texas. The complainant stated that on Friday, she ended her dating relationship with the defendant. The defendant continued to call and text her throughout the day. The complainant stated that the defendant showed up unannounced at the listed location and attempted to enter the residence through the bathroom window. The complainant explained that the defendant opened the bathroom window and threw a stick inside the home. Officers observed multiple calls and text messages on the complainant's phone. On March 16th, 2025, there were 3 missed calls. On March 17th, 2025, 1 missed call. And on March 19th, 2025, an estimated 109 or more missed calls. The officers noted text messages from the complainant on March 16th, 2025 with statements saying, "Leave me alone and please don't bother me anymore." The officers observed approximately 69 text messages from the defendant to the complainant on March 19th, 2025. The complainant stated she is in fear for her safety.
Mr. Rosas, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case, and I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to attempt any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. I don't want you to go within 1,000 feet of where this person lives or where the person works. If I find that you do, I will put you in jail, and I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to make your bond so high you'll have hair falling out. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will protect every person in my county. I don't care what color, who you are. Do you understand? Do you have the written in this case? When is the last time you talked to her? Is it continuing?
So,
Judge, we haven't spoken to her yet. I did post a phone call. I haven't heard back from her. That being said, our victim assistance coordinator is in contact with her.
I'd
So
like
we
to
can
know if it's still continuing, because if it is, I'm going to put a monitor on his ankle. If it is stopped, then I'm not going to. So perhaps maybe later on, you guys, if you don't mind reaching out just to make sure that it's stopped, and we'll go from there. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, Mr. Rosas? Sorry?
Say that again?
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Can I get an appointed one?
You have to qualify. We don't give them like it's candy on Halloween. You have to actually qualify. So what I can do is I can have Deputy Miranda give you an application. I need to know everything about you. How much money you make a month, how much money you have in the bank, what kind of car you drive. Fill it out, put everything on there, and then I'll take a look to see if you do, then I'll give you a lawyer. I'll have you go with Deputy Miranda now. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Please.
Go ahead and sign for your reset. All right, Judge, next is page 8. Paul?
So
Come on
do you
up.
mind filing those conditions, please? No contact, no weapons, no going within 1,000 feet. Good morning, Ms. Hall.
Good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Oh, you're also charged with evading arrest in a motor vehicle. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On March 19th, 2025, an officer observed a vehicle on Northwest Freeway in Harris County, Texas. The defendant was stopped at a red light when the officer was stopped at a red light when the officer's traffic signal changed to green. The officer began to go through the intersection and observed a vehicle at a high rate of speed disregard a solid red light. A traffic stop was initiated. The defendant refused to stop and continued to accelerate from units to actively evade and lose units. The defendant ran a red light and made a left turn, then traveled the wrong way through a U-turn, then continued down the street at a high rate of speed. Officers continued to pursue the defendant with emergency equipment activated at speeds over 100 miles per hour. The defendant continued to accelerate through multiple red lights, turned her headlights off and drove in circles under the highway and drove the wrong way on the service road while attempting to evade from the officers. The pursuit came to an end when the defendant turned onto a dead-end road. The defendant tried to go around the officer's vehicle and struck the front end of the patrol vehicle. The defendant evaded for approximately 5 to 4 miles. A loaded handgun was found in the glove box of her vehicle.
So I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run her license, see if she has a license, please?
Yes, sir.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive maniacally again. If I find that you drive like this, I'm going to put you in jail the first thing, and then I will take your ability to drive away from you permanently while this case is open. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I am ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons.
Her driver's license is eligible.
Okay. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am?
I have a court appointed already. I met with her Monday when I came to court.
That may be in your felony case, but just because you have one in a felony case doesn't mean that you have one here.
Okay, may I apply for one?
Okay, I'll give Deputy Miranda, I'll give you an application. I'm going to
Yes.
have you sign a receipt with Victoria Webb. Take a seat in the jury box while we generate your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign them,
Yes, sir.
please. You're Mr. Walker. Sir, Patrick Walker.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you can afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Okay.
All right. On Wednesday, March 19th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a call for service at 10219 Rolston Lane in Harris County, Texas regarding disturbance. Upon the arrival, the officer spoke to the complainant. The complainant and the defendant had been roommates since January of this year, and the complainant stated that her boyfriend, the defendant's brother, were arguing about his friend being in their house as they were in the bedroom. All of a sudden, the defendant walked into her room and started talking about rent money. The complainant stated that the defendant started getting in her face, but she was backed away because she was afraid that the defendant would hit her. The defendant ended up grabbing the right side of her jeans and pulling her off the bed and dropped her to the ground, causing pain on her back. The complainant stated the defendant threatened her, stating, "I will break your jaw," and made her call 911. The defendant stated her boyfriend and her friend separated to prevent a further altercation and that she wanted to press charges.
Mr. Walker, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons. A protective order has been issued in this case. You need to get to know it. If you do something to violate this protective order, the state can and probably will file additional charges against you. It's one of the worst cases that you can pick up, a violation of protective order. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will protect my county at all costs. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you are. I will put you in jail and make your bond sky high. You become a problem and you endanger my community. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire lawyers, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you go to Victoria, sign and reset. I'll then have you take a seat in the jury box. We'll get your bond conditions, we'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. Please.
It's the last one.
Okay.
This is a compilation of multiple courtroom cases handled by a Texas judge, showing how different defendants are treated based on their actions and compliance. At the center of it, asterisk theft case. Ms. Zambrano, she was accused of taking a $400 phone from a nail salon and denying it, even though video showed her hiding it and giving it to her daughter. The judge allowed her release, but imposed strict bond conditions, including no contact with the victim, no return to the salon, and no weapons, warning her about immigration consequences and jail if she violates rules. Asterisk DWI case. Mr. Roberts, he accepted a plea deal with probation instead of jail, but must complete classes, avoid alcohol/drugs, and follow strict conditions. The judge stressed that another offense would lead to mandatory jail time. Asterisk bond violation/trespass. Mr. Gomez, after failing a drug test and picking up a new charge, the judge revoked his bond, sending him to jail, showing that violating conditions has immediate consequences. Asterisk assault and harassment cases. Asterisk multiple defendants were accused of violence or repeated unwanted contact. The judge imposed protective orders, no contact rules, and weapon bans, emphasizing victim safety. Asterisk evading police case. Ms. Hall, a high-speed chase with a weapon led to strict conditions, including no reckless driving and no weapons. Asterisk mental health concern. Mr. Flores, a defendant showing signs of psychosis, was ordered to be re-evaluated for competency. Overall theme asterisk. The judge balances giving people second chances, probation, opportunities to R, with strict enforcement. If defendants follow rules, they stay free, but if they violate conditions or re-offend, they quickly end up in jail.